Like if I can have them hooked, introduce a problem, tell a story that demonstrates the problem, offer the solution and call them into action all within 30 seconds, like that is a platinum golden script. That is perfect. Today's training, we're going to be talking about how to use human psychology to generate an ungodly amount of leads. So let's look at a couple different ads from a few different industries that are proven to convert, and then we'll kind of break down why they work. So this first one, I believe, is a solar ad. So here is the ad, and this is an ad for solar panels. So here we go.
Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few.
What's the problem? Hey, my power bill $40 this month. Inflation is getting ridiculous. Don't stress, I got you. How? There's a federal solar incentive program available right now that helps homeowners get solar installed at no cost. Think about an electric bill. Really? You just got to be a homeowner and live in an eligible zip code. And if your home qualifies, this program can save you thousands. I like the sound of that. What I need to do? All you got to do is go to the site, take a 30-second quiz, and see if your home qualifies. Wow, okay. Thank me later. Click the link below and say goodbye to your electric bill.
What did you guys think? Did you think it was engaging? Did you think it was stupid? I mean, I want to hear what you guys thought about the ad that we just looked at there. And kind of just break down my opinion of the ad. Julian says hook was garbage. Honestly, dude, I don't really think so. I don't think the hook was garbage. I think it could have been better, but it definitely was not garbage. Ruben said classic problem, agitate solution. Yep. Now Julian thinks the hook is fire. Personally, I don't. And the reason why is because it seems like a meme. So if you scroll through Facebook or Instagram, you see these memes all the time. And so the reason the hook wasn't bad is because you were reeled in because you want to know, what why we have this, the sad music that they play for those puppy commercials over this guy holding a piece of paper. So like the hook is not bad by any means. It could be better. Like, oh, this is a meme kind of thing. So it blends in as organic content. Nah, Johnny said fire. You said garbo, but it ain't either. It's like in the middle, but the ad itself was really solid. The hook could have been better, could have caught our attention a little bit quicker, like Julian said, but it definitely was not garbage. So now let's look at the second ad that I have here. This one is for car insurance. Now, Julian, I'm curious to see what you think about this. I saw this earlier today, and this was a really, really, really solid ad. Now, tell me what you guys think about this.
Excuse me. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
How much do you pay for car insurance?
I think I'm paying like $350 for 2 cars right now.
Oh, okay. I'm going to show you this little hack. Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah.
All right, let me give you this link. Okay, it's super simple. Just put in some basic information, like vehicle make, year, model, and you're pretty much finished.
Oh my God. $82 a month for both of my cars. This is insane. Thank you so much for showing me this.
I'm dropping the link below for you guys. You have to check this out.
So let's talk about the hook for this one. We look at the structure of an ad, right? The hook is 3 to 5 seconds, and we introduce the problem. We tell a story demonstrating the problem, offer the solution, and call to action. So the hook is what we're talking about here. What do you guys think about the hook? People love guy going up to girl, usually a pickup line, so super engaging, but they transitioned it to car insurance once I was already in. That's exactly right, Julian. That is exactly right. The girl, she's attractive female, guy walking up to her in Walmart. Again, it kind of blends in like it's a meme or just like an organic TikTok where he's going to go up and, say some stupid shit and embarrass himself. But he transitioned over to car insurance. And exactly like Julian said, by the time we transitioned over to something boring like insurance, we were already reeled in. And it seems super organic, right? It almost seems like a customer that used this to save money on their car insurance made the ad. This is a much better ad than the first one. First one's not bad by any means, but this is super solid. Yeah, very organic. A great organic framework to base your. So let's look at this third one that I have right here. This one is really good. Now these ads, they actually got me to buy something. Julian says the call to action wasn't his fave. Well, the call to action is designed to look like it's a customer and it's like a secret that you're getting. So the call to action was actually fire because it doesn't come across as salesy. It's like, hey, I'm a customer of this service. You should check it out. I'll do you a favor and drop you the link down below. So I actually really like the call to action. So this is an ad for the farmer's dog, which I have actually bought and I currently use. It's basically like real food for your dog. Instead of feeding them kibble, you feed them the farmer's dog. So it's like wet dog food made from like all natural ingredients, right? So I'm a big fan of this. I'm a softie for my dog, so this ad absolutely got me. I want to know what you guys think about this one right here.
I seriously regret feeding my dog kibble all of these years. My little guy used to love walks, but I noticed he's been a little bit low energy lately, and I had no idea that a switch in diet was all he needed. My vet actually recommended the farmer's dog, It's fresh, human-grade food designed by nutritionists to meet your dog's health goals. A couple of weeks after feeding him Farmer's Dog, and I've noticed he's way more energized, happier, and always cleans his bowl at dinner time. And the best part is, it's delivered right to my door. So no more lugging 50-pound dog food bags to and from the car. I just went to their site and answered a few questions about my fur baby. They built a plan just for him, portioned to meet his nutritional needs. They even give you 50% off your first 2 weeks of fresh food just to try it out. So I thought, why not? And it's safe to say he can't get enough. I've never seen his tail wag more.
Farmer's Dog ads never miss. These boys and girls can market. They sure can, Julian. They got me too, man. And that's not even the best ad of theirs I've seen. So John says this ad got me. He's probably going to be ordering some later. It's quite expensive, but it's definitely worth it. Ad is fire. And if you go back to the structure that we outlined for an ad, as you can see, the hook was, I regret feeding my dog kibble everywhere. The photo right here is of steak. We have some kale, lentils, all this stuff. It's like it's a high quality image. It's very attention.
I seriously regret feeding my
right. And then it transitions immediately to the bowl. Very good hook. And then she starts telling the story about, oh, my dog used to love walk, and now he lost all his energy, so on and so forth, right? And so that's kind of the structure of the ad. You see the hook. She told a story that was demonstrating the problem, and she offered a solution, and then called you to action. Click the link down below. Sign up for a free trial on the Farmer's Dog. So now let's look at a couple life insurance ads. This is going to be obviously more relative to what we're talking about. This guy right here, Prince Donnell, makes fire life insurance ad. And so I want to show you guys an example.
Here's why you need life insurance right now. So you died at 36 years old. I know you don't want to believe it, but it happens. Now you have a job making $50K a year. Your husband, John, has a job making $50K a year. You got 2 kids, Jay and Jasper. Now your income moves to zero because the job ain't going to pay you no more. You're dead. So now John's $50K income has to cover a house, which is $1,500 a month, a car, which is $400 a month, daycare, which is $2,500 a month, and living expense, which is $2K a month. Now, while your husband John is mourning your death, the funeral director is smiling right now because he's about to receive a check for $10,000 to bury you. But it gets worse. Now that your spouse can't afford the cost, the bank man comes knocking on the door. And guess what? Since John can't afford this salary of $50K to cover all these costs, now the house is getting foreclosed upon and the car. It sucks. Now your kids are crying because they have to move and they don't even know why. But it gets worse than that. Guess what? Now your family is feuding over figuring out how to pay for this, slurring all types of FU words back and forth. They're feuding. Now you got to go to GoFundMe to be able to raise money to bury you, which that's embarrassing. Now, all you had to do was contact a Jack Life Insurance agent. Your spouse and kids would have been happy because you have a $300,000 policy for $30 a month. And all you got to do is click learn more. We can take care of you.
Who here is clicking learn more? Comment learn more down below if you would click learn more. There's just something about a whiteboard that makes somebody trustworthy. Leanne says, boom. Boom is right. Yeah, no, it was a fire ad. Leon says he's clicking learn more. That's fire. I would click. Yep, I would too, guys. Ruben says I can make an organic video ad going up to my aunt, ask her if she has life insurance, and she replies no because she doesn't trust insurance industry. Yeah, I mean, that would be fire. So Ruben, this is a good idea, but I would just condense it down. So like, hey, auntie, do you have life insurance? No, why not? Because blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, this, and this. All you need to do is do this, and this. And then it's so easy. And you can talk to somebody that is super nice and blah, blah, blah. So like, yeah, that's a good idea, the organic ad idea, but I would condense it down and make it shorter. So let's look at another one. This is another one that's really good. I think this one could be more organic. It looks like really high production value. It's not terrible, but I think it's not as relatable. So.
If you spend $4 a day on a cup of coffee, but don't have life insurance, you're setting your family up for failure. Let me explain. The average funeral costs $10,000. The average family only has $5,000 in their bank account.
So that part right, extremely well explained, right? The average funeral costs $10,000. The average family only has $5,000 in their bank account. Like 10,000 minus 5, they're $5,000 short. Very easily explained, very easy to understand. Just right there, I now understand the power of life insurance.
That's why you see so many GoFundMes on social media. And
I have seen all those GoFundMes on social media. Like that's what your prospect is thinking as they're watching this.
Let's face it, we are all going to die, including you. The sooner you accept that, the sooner you can start creating this legacy for your family. Putting a financial burden on your children is 100% your fault. Be the difference, be the change. Click the link below and speak to one of our real live agents today.
Really solid ad.
Guys, listen up. I hate to stop the video, but you have to listen to this. So there's a group of insurance agents who are silently changing the way the business is done. They have over 1,000 people and it's growing every single day. Basically, there's a training every single week on Tuesday and Thursday that teaches you, 1, how to generate your own leads, and 2, how to write more business. It's a free Facebook group. All you need to do to join is click the link down below. We even give you a free mini course, give you tons of sales tips and teaching you how to set up your own ads. Completely free. All you need to do is click the link down below in the description. See you there.
Wait, Ian, where are you running from?
Shady lead vendors and IMOs. Come on, let's go.
Actually, tell you what, you guys have seen this one, so I'm going to show you a different VSL. This is one that we made. Those other two I can't take credit for, but this is one that we made for one of our agents.
Hey, you've heard about generational wealth, but what about generational debt? See, the truth is that the secrets I'm about to share with you are the very reason that the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. Everyone knows that when you pass, your friends and family inherit all of your belongings. Are you one of the lucky ones leaving behind a pile of money and all sorts of great things for your family? Or are you like most people where your family would be left behind with a ton of debt? What most people don't understand is that when we pass things on to our family, it's the good, bad, and the ugly. Well, I know it's a pretty heavy subject. You need to know about the ugly, because this is very real. Every year, roughly 3.5 million people pass away, leaving their families shackled in debt just for not knowing the secret. If you don't have a plan in place, your family is responsible for all of your burial costs and other medical bills, which may have been skyrocketing in the recent years, along with the price of groceries and everything else. Luckily, it's not too late, and I'm going to give you the secret sauce. I made a free guide for you to show you how you can protect your family from becoming a statistic, literally for the equivalent of 1 cup of coffee per day. Click Learn More to pick up your copy of my free guide showing you how to protect your family from generational debt.
Okay, so yeah, Julian, you're talking about the guy with the nicer background. There's like higher production. Nobody wants to hear that it's their fault. So honestly, dude, I didn't even think of that, but that's a very solid point. So I kind of touched on this before, but let's look at the structure of an ad. We don't want 5 to 10 minute ads. Like, you wouldn't watch that. So why would you expect your prospect to? Your total time should be about 30 seconds to 1.5 minutes. So we're seeing a lot higher success rate when we're closer to this 30-second mark. So the faster that we can do all of this, like if I can have them hook, introduce a problem, tell a story that demonstrates the problem, offer the solution, and call them to action all within 30 seconds, like that is a platinum golden script. That is perfect, right? If we can condense something that's this much information into 30 seconds, we're literally giving them liquid gold the entire time they're listening to us. Again, that's something that we can help you guys do, is write that script so that you can literally say all of this within 30 seconds. If you want more information on that, hit up John Hedge and help you guys get set up on a video ad. So why do these ads work, right? Let's talk about it. Well, number one, we have an attention grabbing hook. That's the first 3 to 5 seconds of your ad. Now, the first video we watched, the hook could have been better, and personally, in my opinion, I don't think it was terrible, but it could have been better. The other ones, the hook was really good with the one from Prince. He had a very, very good hook. The dog food ad obviously had a great hook, but also let's talk about organic. This is something in all of the other ads that we looked at, other than the guy that had like green screen background, they look like they are made by somebody on Facebook. They look like an organic ad. The one that we made for Jason Jackson, literally on a bridge outside in Charleston, right, which is where he's from. So it's like, it looks like something you could just see on Facebook. He's walking, talking, and it blends into their feed. What is better for a video, long or wide? We like to do square dimensions for a video. Yeah, hold your phone sideways, and then we can add in like the text up top and the text on bottom. So that's what we personally like to do. They need to be fast paced, so there shouldn't be like dead points in your ad. There shouldn't be like awkward pauses or anything. But also, like, another thing to consider is that facts tell, but stories sell. So when we go back to that whiteboard video, he literally creates an entire story that he tells within like a minute and 30 seconds. But you get the picture and you can imagine yourself in the shoes of the person who didn't buy life insurance, right? Oh, but all you need to do, again, offering the solution and calling them to action, is just click more and talk to a Jack Life agent, and they would have helped you. So if you're able to tell stories, especially if you have like personal stories, usually whenever I work with somebody and develop a script for them, I include stories from their own life so that it demonstrates the point even more. I found that does really well. And then also the 3 M's that make a video ad do well are movement, music, and emotion. If there's movement, if you're walking around, if it's like sliding from frame to frame whenever you have your cuts, if there's music that's engaging, again, if we talk about the one that we did for Jason Jackson, there's music, and then there's also emotion. So I'm emotionally driven to take action. And same thing with some of these ads that we looked at here. So we want to have movement, music, and emotion all in our ads. For these last few seconds here, I'll show you another one that we did.
I've been in construction for over 25 years. And if you've been in construction for any amount of time, you know just about anything can happen on the job. Early on, I realized just how dangerous our jobs can be. First big job site I was on, 3 weeks in the business, we had a crane failure right at the end of the.
And so obviously you guys have a hook that has like nothing to do with life insurance or this guy or anything, but like construction workers are going to watch that, catches their attention. And then also once it transitions over here, now it's like, well, what is all this text that's popping up? Like there's so many things that are going on. Plus he's moving around. I can hear construction sounds in the background. So it's hard not to pay attention to this. But that is another one of the ads that we made. Sorry to everyone that's watching this later. I hate that whatever happened. We just have to deal with technical difficulties and roll with the punches, right? So we got, I know there was this ad right here, so let's watch this. I'm go ahead and tell you this is going to be bad. All right, I'm already bored. So your hook is, there's no hook whatsoever. I'm not engaged, or I have no reason to keep watching this. I would trash the whole thing and start from scratch. You need to be in your ad. It needs to be in the ad, and structure it with this structure. So that is hook, problem, tell a story demonstrating the problem, offer the solution, and call them to action. So I would just entirely redo this entire thing. I hope you didn't spend money on this because it's really bad. No offense. We're here to learn. Let's see. So I have another person. This guy said, any video ad from Devine Final Expense Group. Let's see what you got.
Short answer, probably 15, 20 years ago.
Are these ads or are these just like answering questions? Because I think this is really solid for organic content, honestly. I don't think it's bad, but like I would not run any of these as ads.
You really have three options. So ultimately, you really have three options. One option is you can do nothing and let your family worry about it. Another is you can prepay for your funeral. Although if you pass.
So see what you're trying to do with like answering questions. Problem is like if I just saw this ad on Facebook, I have no idea what you're talking about. But I think this is a really solid organic content strategy. I might have more people do this because it seems like it makes a ton of sense. Just like answer a question and post it like on TikTok or Facebook or whatever, and then film yourself recording it. But for an ad, I wouldn't do this. I would again follow the same structure that we outlined here. So unfortunately, those are the only two people that posted an ad for me to review. So that's all that I got. But I wanted to take a couple seconds to talk about TikTok because I've had a lot of people that have asked me about a TikTok ad, what the status of that is. Because I know there was someone that kind of came out with like a program about TikTok ads. So here's my opinion on TikTok. We are looking at testing it right now. We'll probably come out with something related to TikTok. In my opinion, I still think Facebook should be the bulk of your strategy just because TikTok is new and it's kind of unproven, whereas like Facebook is a solid thing to build a foundation off of and then look at TikTok down the line, because TikTok can also be more complicated with running ads. Facebook is quite a bit easier to get set up with. And so again, right, nothing wrong with TikTok. I don't think that, you shouldn't, I'm not saying TikTok ads or TikTok leads are bad or they don't work, but in my opinion, at least for now, maybe this will change in a few months. And obviously we'll be on the forefront informing you guys of everything. For now, I still think focusing the majority of your effort on Facebook is the best bet. And then in the future, considering adding in TikTok leads as well. And then if those end up making you more money, then you could transition over, fully. But you got to remember, everyone's trying to peddle something. Everyone's trying to sell something. I still think Facebook is the best bet. I think TikTok has a lot of potential and we are going to be experimenting with that. And we'll update you guys with the results. And again, like I'm not biased towards any of the platforms. If TikTok and YouTube all of a sudden start performing best, I'm going to tell you guys to run those ads. But again, for now, Facebook is the easiest to do. Facebook is the most consistent and the easiest to scale up with. So that's my opinion. And again, if anything changes on that, you guys will be the first to know. But I've had a lot of people ask me about TikTok, so I wanted to address that. I'll give a couple minutes. How about LinkedIn for term? I don't really like LinkedIn for running ads. For organic, it could be solid. But the problem is everyone wants to do a million things and they end up just doing nothing, or they just do a million things poorly. So that's why I recommend people to focus on one platform first. And we have people that are crushing it with Facebook ads. So, if it ain't broke, improve it. And so I would just double down on what's working. And again, we're going to be testing TikTok. So if it makes sense, I will let you guys know as soon as possible. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I'm not saying it does. And I wouldn't focus a ton of time on that until there's kind of some more proven data behind it. If it's the best thing ever, I will let you guys know. Any IUL or annuity templates for ads? No, we don't have any like that. What you can do is run term ads and then sell IULs or annuities off of that. We have a guy who we're doing an annuity setup for, and so I'll let you know how that goes. But if you wanted to create your own annuity ad, again, you just follow this structure right here, and you could totally run your own annuity ads. It's just right now a term template. Yeah, we have a bunch of videos that we've done for term, and if you want, we can get you set up with a term funnel and do that for you. Also, in the mini course, the free mini course we have for everyone that joins the group, you'll be able to see information on how we structure the term ads. I think that's pretty much everything. Thank you to everybody that hopped on. Next week, we will figure out what the hell was going on. Won't be an issue again, but thank you guys to everyone that hopped on.